Hey guys, here's Leah, and this is our Brushy Mountain garden hive. It's made of cypress, isn't that what you just said?
Cypress.
Yeah, it's a cypress hive. They cost a little more money, and I don't think they're any better than pine because one of our supers actually started to bend up a little from weather. So it's your call. They weather nice and they have good color.
That's what's the benefit of the cypress, is resistant to moisture.
Yeah, and you don't have to paint it like the pine, but you can get 3 times as many hives if you make it like pine. And so what you can see her, she's just cleaning up some old frames. This is the original brood box from our very first hive of bees, which unfortunately left last year during the drought. But the beauty of adding a bee package to an already established hive is that the comb here is already pulled, and that's going to save lots of time in establishing this colony. So we have 2 small supers ready to go. And so when we bring the package out, we're going to put about 5 frames in here and leave a hole that we can dump the bees down in. And we'll show you that in just a minute.
Ooh, syrup.
Oh, she got some
Old syrup.
Yeah, that doesn't go bad.
And the reason we clean up the frames is so that they don't all stick together.
Yeah, that's what you constantly have to be doing, removing this. This is some old wax here she's taken off. And could have been some, maybe even some queen cells starting. And then this bright orange stuff here is the propolis, which is very expensive at the store. So you could just scrape it off here and eat it. And not even go to the store. And just eat this propolis right there. And they use this to fill gaps and cracks, to stop drafts, and to seal things up. The bees do. So we'll be back to add the package shortly. We're just waiting for the weather to clear up because we don't want it to rain on our fresh bee package. We want it to be nice and sunny. Plus we got a lot of frames to clean.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm putting on protection because I don't know the bees I'm about to take out of this package. And even though they're calm bees, there's 10,000, 20,000 plus bees. So, and also I want all my tools ready. So I need a sharp knife here. I need a hive tool. I need the bee package. And the hive you're gonna put the bees in needs to be ready to go. And so Leah and I just cleaned this one out. So you're gonna take the top off and put that to the side. You're gonna take the top cover off. You always twist the cover off, even though there's no bees in here. I'm gonna take out some of the central frames. Now before I do that, make sure that the frames are always tight and centered in your brood box. Not over to one side, not over here. You wanna make sure they're centered and tight. And this is how they will be in a few days after we come back and remove the queen cell. So after we put the package in here, our queen cell has to fit in here. We're gonna slide it between 2 frames and then squeeze it together to hold it tight. And that's it. Then we'll come back in a few days and see if the queen is out and if they took her in. But we'll show you how to do that. Now the first thing you gotta do is get all these bees into your hive. How do you do that? Well, first you need an opening. So you're gonna take out 2 or 3 frames. I recommend 3 on a small hive like this. And then I'm gonna put on these brand new gloves. Which are gonna go all the way up to my elbow. And now I got a bunch of layers on. Okay, let's come over here. Here's a couple tips to make this easy. You're gonna make a sugar water mix. Half sugar, half water. 1 to 1. And we're gonna weight down the bees with this sugar water. This is gonna give the bees some weight so that when we shake them out of this box, they're easy to deal with. And now don't worry about putting too much sugar water on these bees. So I'm gonna make sure they're nice and weighted. And Leah, can you show them? We also have a smoker on the ground there, which is ready to go.
Ready to go.
But I don't think we'll really need a smoker here. So, first step is to pull the can. This is the feeder can. that they were feeding on. And you want to be gentle because there's some bees on here and you don't want to kill that many. Here's already a dead one. Now, as soon as this can is open, the bees can get out. So I want this to be a quick process to get as many of these bees out as possible. And so here's a couple of things you can quick do. Before you take this out, you want to give the bees a quick shake to the bottom, which I just did. Then I turn it back, and we're going to shake the bees down and into the hive. Notice how the box is preventing a lot of them from getting out. They're just dumping in here. So I got most of the bees out, and now I want to get the queen out. You want to go see the pile of bees in here? Mm-hmm. They're a little wet, and I'm just going to slide this frame in gently, and these bees will move out of the way. You're going to leave the bee box here, and we're going to get the queen out. So, here's the queen cage, and there's the queen.
There she is.
She looks great, and we're going to take the cork out. Oh my God, this queen is almost out.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's no candy in here. So we're going to be very gentle with her. And we're going to make sure she gets in this hive. So as soon as I take the cork out, I'm dropping this in, guys. And I'm going to cap it, okay? Because that was a loose queen. I'm not even going to show her to you. And we're going to try to keep this as stable as possible right now. That's it, bee package in. There's a few hundred bees left, and they can smell that queen, so just leave it right here next to the hive, and you can already see they're getting their bearings. The syrup was empty. So just to make these guys a little happy, I might even put a little syrup up here on the top of my cover, just to give them a little food, because we're about to feed these bees any second. But the bee package is in. And that only took, how long did that take?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Now, I'm a little concerned. Let me get out of here. So these bees are totally docile. I've just shaken them around, and I mean, we've been pretty aggressive with these bees, and you can see I don't have any protection on. There's absolutely no swarming. And take a look at these couple of guys on the front door.
That was fast.
They're already...
These are the guards.
Assuming a position here. And I might even just see how some of the sugar water's dripping out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're getting. So there, we got a pretty successful package is in. The queen is in. And let's hope she stays in there. They've already had 24 or more hours to hang out and get her smell, and that cork was almost out. So they were trying to get her out inside of this package, which is awesome. So in a matter of a few weeks, this tiny little brood box should be filled with more of these bees, because they only take about 6 weeks to start reproducing. And that's basically the bee cycle. So now we have bees going out doing exploratory flights, and this hive is now active. See, this one is even doing a little dance right on my thumb. Doing a little positioning. Pretty awesome. And you can see how calm the Italians are. They're already going in and out of the hive. So we'll get these bees fed, and we'll do an update in a few weeks. When, well, just in a few days when I check that the queen is still in there. How the heck are you? This is the Naked Beekeeper coming to you live in full equipment. I'm gonna get my knife out. We've got some backup smoke here in case things get out of hand, haywire. But we don't need to smoke these bees. They were already soaked down by Leah with that sugar water. So I'm just gonna bump them down and then take the can out. Get this can out. Again, do it slow, the can, because You don't want to kill the bees. Less bee killing, the better. And I'm also going to try something different here. I'm going to take this queen out right away. And put her right here. Can you see her in there?
No. There she is.
Now they already almost got the cork out, so let's do this quickly. And we go over and then shake the bees in. Okay, pretty good. Box down on the ground, and then we're gonna replace the frames gently. Look at that pile of bees in there. It's literally like pounds of bees. So you want to be real gentle when you put these frames on. Now we're putting actual honey frames in here. These bees are gonna love this.
They're gonna be very happy.
And you just lay it on their weight and they will move out of the way. Notice we're not getting attacked right now.
We got lots and lots of bees around us, but nobody's stinging.
And so this is just sitting on the way to the bees. They'll let that go down. Now what I'm gonna do is make sure, see these workers trying to get into that queen? They are trying their hearts out.
They want her.
So we're gonna just have to get this. So usually there's a candy inside here. This queen is exposed. So as soon as this cork comes out, the queen's out. So we gotta do this very rapidly. Which means, because you don't wanna lose the queen. So as soon as this cork comes out, I'm putting it right here in the frames. No, that was a staple, not a
staple, not a sting.
That's it. So that's it. And I want to tighten these frames up. We're done. Let's put a cover on. And then a lid. That's it. Now I'm just gonna simply put some juice here to feed the bees and only leave a tiny little opening. And because I want to keep all these bees in here, we only have a few hundred bees left, not that many. They'll work their way out tonight or tomorrow. Who knows how it will work out. Maybe some of them will go to the other hive. It's really unimportant. So just leave the box next to your hive, and this one was also empty. So we got these babies in just in time. So I hope you enjoyed the introduction to bee packages. We've been driving for days. I still can't figure out how to get this. This is not a good design.
Diamond's gonna live in his bee suit forever.
But even when you come out of your bee protection, keep eye protection on, because bees, they can fly right into your eyes, and that's the most important part of what you got going on. You can always get stung in the face, get stung in the arm or the body, but if you get stung in the eyeball, that could be potentially bad. Always wear eye protection no matter what you're doing with your bees. These bees aren't that pissed, but we did just soak them down with some sugar water, and we'll be back in just a few days to check that these hives are queen right, and we'll explain what that is next time. Be safe. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. And here, check out Leah. She's got a bee on her head.
I got lots of bees with me.
I don't know what she's doing. She's got a flow hive hat on. We don't really endorse the flow hive. But guys, thanks for watching. See ya. Say bye.
Bye.